Hi, I'm Dave Cuthbertson, a director at AssetGen. This video will cover our diagram publisher module, which is part of our Visio Utilities suite. The diagram publisher is designed to apply data graphics quickly across multiple diagrams to get consistency of presentation. It also allows you to save in other formats from Visio into things like web and PDF forms and apply the data graphics automatically as well. So I hope you find this quite interesting because we find it really useful. Here I have a rack diagram, and as you can see from the tabs on the bottom, there's lots of other racks within this file. And Visio has a really good feature called data graphics, where what we have to do is we have to select everything in the rack. We go to data and we apply a data graphic that will bring out some of the information in the devices on the rack. And if I look in a bit more detail, you can see it's bringing out the type of device and the IP address. If I've got 100 racks, I have to manually select each rack and then apply the data graphic. If I want to save this file in PDF or web form with the data graphic applied, I have to manually select each one and then save the whole file as that. And so to overcome this, when we're producing large amounts of diagrams that are relatively consistent and we want to either apply or get rid of the data graphics, because to get rid of them you have to do the same again, select everything and then get rid of the graphic. So what I'll show you is how we do this consistently. We go to our AssetGen Utilities. We have two options in the diagram publisher, so I'll do the apply data graphics first. If we click on that, that will look through the file, work out the different data graphics, and then you can apply them on a page-by-page basis, which is what you can see here. And if I open up here page 1, I could either remove the data graphics by selecting the None option or select the one called Equipment Type, or I can do it across the whole file by the data graphics, whichever is the most convenient. So in this case, what I will do is I want to apply the Equipment Type data graphic to every diagram within here, and if I do apply, this will step through each of those tabs in the file and apply the data graphic by originally selecting everything as we do manually, apply the data graphic, and it just keeps walking till it gets to the end. So what we achieve in probably 20 seconds would normally take you probably 3 or 4 minutes. And then we do a close, and now I can go to any page and I can see, if I zoom in there, we've had the same data graphic, in this case bringing out the type of device and its IP address consistently across the whole environment. So very simple, very quickly. If I wanted to clear all the data graphics, it's exactly the same. I go to Apply Data Graphics. We scan through the file again, and we have the ability to choose None, which will now go through and remove all the data graphics if people have added in 1 or 2 and you don't want the pain of having to check every single tab to make sure they're all consistent. It will reduce any uncertainty, so you can then publish this or put this on a SharePoint site or intranet. So that's the first application of the diagram publisher, which is to apply or remove data graphics en masse. The second option we have is to save as web or PDF formats, so that we can then put this onto corporate portals, or we can publish information for people to read without Visio. Because the data graphics bring out some of the information, we may want to save together. So if I click on this option, we will scan through the file. We'll look for the various data graphics as before, but we also now have the option to save in HTML or PDF form. So I'll save in PDF form first. So I want to save and apply the Equipment Type data graphic. It gives us the option of where we wish to apply. I'm going to change the directory to this module. So we're going to save it in this module here. And I do save. This goes through, applies the data graphic, and scans all the documents and saves it all in one PDF file. As you can see, we have some feedback that it is finished. If I go and look at that file now, so here's the PDF file. It has the name of the data graphic appended to it, because we may have 3 or 4 different data graphics. We could save different files with each type of data graphic. If I now open up, we can now see we have 40 pages in PDF form. If I just skip to say page number 5, there's our various servers and systems. You'll notice as I hover over them, there's a hyperlink. When we save to PDF, in some cases you may find we also manage to preserve the hyperlink, and I can see as you hover over there, you can see a tooltip that if we now click on this, this will then take you into our AssetGen web-based database. So we can see in the database all the details about the server and do all the good things that you would want to do, trace the connectivity and understand everything that's connected to. So we can go from the PDF and go straight into a management tool that would actually tell us the connectivity of everything in that rack. And obviously that would apply to network diagrams and other things. Another option you can do if you save as the web format, it saves as web pages, and so that you can then create within your environment some form of web portal. And we can then do exactly the same thing, but rather than save as PDFs, we can create a website where we just effectively save everything as you can see there in those formats. If I click on rack number 105, there we have the racks, and we can just click on any one of these devices and go into the same system and do the same thing again. So the great thing about the portal is it means it gives you lots of different information sets, but you must be able to save in web format and sometimes apply the data graphics. And so likewise we might go into and show a network diagram, and then yet again I want to click on that switch, see where the switch is, and trace the connectivity. So the diagram publisher allows us to take our Visio diagrams and publish them and make them available through other sources, and people don't need Visio necessarily to view things. They can use standard common items like web browsers and PDF readers. To explore more about the use of Visio, we offer online and on-premise training through our sister company Square Mile Systems, where we have a focus on IT systems and infrastructure diagramming. So it's not, you could say, basic Visio training, it's more for the IT specialists. And to move on to full Visio automation, where diagrams are drawn for you on a large scale and maintained and updated, have a look at our AssetGen system, where we can cover the various technologies all the way from the physical to the logical infrastructure.